This is a sign on a McDonald's in Chicago. This is a sign on a McDonald's in Chicago. This is not the McDonald's. This is not the Chicago of 1997. I was born in 1975, where people hung out and the music played, and you could hang out in stores and shopping malls also, because McDonald's are legally considered stores under the same loitering law as McDonald's. This is not 1997 when everyone hung out. This is not 2003 when a loitering law was passed, but 70% of stores were normal enough not to enforce it, so you had a place to go. This has been going on since 2009. At the same time that this has been going on since 2009, from 2020 until 2022, you could not leave your home and go anywhere without a mask on your face. And on top of that, there are bulldozers on the street. There are government policies that make us free, government policies that make us unfree. And if someone is outside my apartment making noise while I'm speaking, so be it. It makes us free when all people, regardless of ethnic background, gender, can all sit next to each other in a restaurant. It makes us unfree when you can't be in there as long as you were in 1986, and it makes us unfree, while fortunately mask mandates have ended, when you can't go in without a mask. That is why someone who values freedom would support having the Civil Rights Act, so people of all ethnic backgrounds, black, white, Latino, Asian, can sit next to each other in a restaurant. And at the same time they support having the Civil Rights Act, they would oppose the mask mandate. That is why someone who values freedom would have a child labor law, so that workers don't have to put their kids in a factory. But at the same time you want government to ban child labor, you would not want government to have a loitering law. You get to a point in your life where you realize that even if you are considered liberal, you support civil rights for all people, you support abortion for women in the first trimester, you support raising taxes on the rich and giving money to poor people, you support gay and lesbian marriage, you feel two adult women or two adult men have a right to marry each other, but you feel maybe the public schools shouldn't teach about something that adult until the students are teenagers, that there should not be any COVID-19 civil liberties restrictions, and under no circumstances should there be mandatory national service. While you're exactly the way Democrats were in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and so many were in the 90s, Bill Clinton had to hide how he really is when it comes to civil liberties, you today would be considered a conservative, because the goal is not to have a liberal society. The goal is to do these things, allegedly to help some financially struggling people at the expense of others.